Well, you certainly don't want to fall in that hole. Man, that thing is deep. Ugh. Well, we're going to have to dig that up. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are testing some new technology. I got something I want to show you guys. And we're going to map some fields. And we're going to hopefully take care of some of these collapsed tiles. I've fallen in way too many of them. And I really don't want to break an axle or something on the on my pickup truck or the tractor or anything like that. So I am a low budget high-tech farmer. So I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but here's an 8-inch tablet that I have rigged up here. All right, I had to get you guys out of the sunlight there. So here's my 8-inch tablet, and I have it rigged up to a GPS unit that I'm going to show you guys here in a second. But you see that? 1-inch accuracy. So this is a GPS system that I made for like $400. I made a post about it the other week. It's pretty simple. I'm not that smart with technology, so even I was able to figure it out. And basically what it is a board from Simple, which is it's a GPS board. It's a receiver, so it is able to get RTK corrections. Connects to pretty well every GPS constellation there is available, and it pings off my local DOT department's tower. They have free RTK corrections available. You just have to get a password and sign in through them. And then moving back to our antenna is just a cheap globe that I got off eBay. I think that cost me about 60 bucks. It came with the coax cable. So yeah, pretty much all I have is a tablet, my receiver board in a sealed case just to keep dust and moisture and everything else out of it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that GPS to mark these collapsed tiles so I don't miss them. Now, if my memory serves me right, we should have a sunken tile right up here at the corner, and then about another 100 yards, there's going to be another one. There we go. Now we have this tile marked. And we have this one marked, and we've got one more to mark. You guys are probably wondering why I'm in a t-shirt today. It's the middle of November in Indiana, and it's 66 degrees out here. So, and it was just 25 degrees the other day, and we had a couple inches of snow on the ground. So, welcome to Indiana. Well, there we are. And there's sinkhole number 2. Now, I'm pretty sure that's a collapsed tile there. That's a collapsed tile there, because I just fixed one right over there last fall, and this is a county tile line that runs right along this fence row all the way back to a ditch back there. So we got that one to dig up, that one to dig up. So yeah, I apologize for the wind, guys. Hopefully there's not much wind noise. But so first off, I've got her in a little tablet mount here, and we're going to drive around this field. This is a new field I think I'm going to farm next spring. So I want to go ahead and map this thing out. It goes clear up there and around. It should be about 7 acres, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to map it with our GPS here, so I have a good boundary to go off of. And then hopefully this next year we'll have RTK. We're not going to have the auto steer, but we'll at least have a good idea of where we're going and all that stuff. Okay guys, so we went ahead and mapped this bottom field here. 6.26 acres. We'll go ahead and add a field name to it. And yeah, I would say our mapping is pretty accurate. And then I have my GPS there in the center of the gator, and I have my offset 2 feet to the right. So it should be mapping the very outside of the gator here as we go around the field. Okay, we're back in the big case, guys. Without falling out here, I got the antenna on top of the tractor, and I got my box wired up, and the solid blue light and the blinking blue light there mean that we do have RTK connection. So come up here, and again our GPS, we're within 1 inch, and I've moved the tractor since the satellite map was last taken, so yeah, we're close enough. So basically this is going to be our guidance for next year. Now I'm still gonna have to steer the old way. We don't have auto steer on here, probably won't have auto steer on here unless I rig something up, but for a simple box like this and a tablet, I can map my fields. When I plant and I till and do all my stuff, cultivate in the spring, I can go ahead and map it all on here, and it'll show me where I've been and all that stuff. And then, yeah, so it'll show me my guidance lines that I've set, and I can go back to previous guidance lines and stuff like that. And I click here. It'll show me all my fields. There you go. Those are all the fields that I've gone ahead and mapped. Again, not a lot, just 4. I have my vehicle. For right now, I do just have my case on here, but I am going to add the Gator, because that is going to be our spray vehicle next year. So I'll go ahead and get that put in here at some point. And that's really what I wanted to get the software going, and in GPS is for spraying, because I did find out this year that my spraying needs to be perfect. I mean, if I miss a spot, it's not good. So this is really what I want to use it for. That's why I wanted to test it out in the Gator today and map the fields to make sure everything's good there. And we're good. I think we've got that figured out. So yeah, guys, it's just a real simple GPS box here. You guys can make it yourself. If you want an in-depth video on everything I purchased and how I put this all together, I can go ahead and make that as well. It's just a cheap tablet that I had laying around, a bunch of cords and stuff going everywhere, and a cheap antenna, and we have 1 inch accuracy RTK guidance.